he's already talking. How you gonna tell somebody to talk if they're already about to be talking?
Wow, I'm on your side, bro.
Yeah,
relax.
you off.
Go out. So 1972 was 3.3 billion, and he said it was defunded. The budget now, and today, is 24 billion per year.
No, in relative terms. Okay, so.
Hold on. I knew you was gonna go there. I'm prepared. Hold on a second.
Don't finish. I don't finish. Huh? Man, we in this bitch.
And y'all try not to be so long-winded.
This is a great conversation, by the way. Great convo. Good job, Q. Good job, Q.
Get out your random ad libs. Okay, get it out your system. Okay, now let's let him finish. Mini-face.
The floor is yours.
My fault. You muted me. I didn't know that. My fault. I was looking at it. So yes, I'm going to be quick-winded and say the budget share back then was higher than it is today. What that means is that they had a higher budget back then compared to now. So when you're saying it's funded, it's like, no. In terms of market share and what they had a lot of money to do it then better than they did now. So how are they going now with a less budget share than they did back then?
I just looked it up, and it said there were major funding cuts, and there were supposed to be 2 more exploration missions that were canceled because of those funding cuts, and they moved from space exploration to like setting up satellites and stuff like that, and that was in 1975. So
can you post your source?
Where are you seeing?
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Let me stop playing with y'all, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Wait, are you gonna trust the source?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because I feel like it's a bunch of denial. Every time we provide information.
No, I'm asking you, Miniface.
He's talking about you.
He's talking about you.
No, he's talking about you.
Hey, Miniface, would you trust it or like before she gets that source?
Exactly.
Because I know people's game. That game is going.
It's not about trusting the source. We provide the source. That's cool. We analyze it. That's the thing. People just provide.
Well, where's your source, though? Miniface. Where's yours?
Yeah, because the Miniface, the only issue is that you're gonna pull like that this is the government or this is the white man shit. Like, I'm just trying to make sure like what you need, what's your criteria, because people do that game. That game is hard.
Dang, he said you're factless.
That's cool. So what I was saying, right, is when you look at the whole budget list and what it costs to do these different explorations, and you say how much did it cost, and you look at the numbers versus what they tell you and why they closed it up. The funding is one excuse, but what's the other excuse they use? They lost the materials and equipment. That's official. They've said that. How did they use the materials and equipment, but now they're using material? What are they using now to try and get back that they lost then? Do you really believe
it's a
they
brand
lost
new
equipment?
Rocket? It's a brand new rocket. It's completely
But
different.
no, when they tell you they lost it, does that sound sensible to you? You spend billions of dollars to lose equipment. Where did it go?
I mean, over like 50, 60 years, yeah, you could definitely lose stuff.
An organization whose budget went from $3 billion to $26 billion per year lost its equipment. That sound logical to you?
Over decades, yeah, because they, you know, the military store shit in warehouses.
They said lose, not store. They said lost it.
They said they lost it in a fire, right?
Listen, brother, hold on, just hold on. I'm not even trying to do that. I'm saying, if you put so the military, the government, when they have all this equipment, they typically store it somewhere. The storage space is expensive. Sometimes stuff gets lost in the storage spaces. So people might take out equipment to use it. It doesn't get put back. They can't find a particular drill or fastener, and, you know, you can't really recreate some of that stuff because it was only made for a particular time period. That's just how it is when you're trying to make stuff. If you've worked in like a car shop, like a real where you're really making cars, and then you ask someone who worked at Toyota in the 80s, you ask them now, you say, what tools are you using? They're going to be completely different tools.
So you saying that they lost the tools to make the rockets?
Yeah, literally.
That's
why I'm like, you don't even believe himself. There's no way he believes himself.
Wait, listen. That's why they had to make a completely brand new rocket, because they don't have the tools. for the old rocket, and they don't have the people who worked on the original rocket.
What about
so
the information to
What's the
tell you how to just make
blueprints, engineering,
Exactly.
designs,
Exactly.
products, companies. There's a lot to it.
Wait,
Unity.
can I say something?
We don't know anything
No, Unity.
for like 30 fucks since
if I gave you the
1972.
blueprint, Unity, if I gave you the blueprint for a Honda Accord, do you think you can make it? Just because I gave you the blueprint?
Bruh, if I had multi-billion-dollar budget, yeah.
I mean, it's not
just
that.
because I give you the blueprint.
I would hit up Honda. I would make the fucking
Just because
Honda.
I give you the blueprint.
Wait, can I
It's really not.
Hey,
something before?
That was
Go ahead. You know sheet metal, Unity? Unity, do you know
I would just hire people.
I know manufacturing. This is some bullshit.
Like,
Can I respond to the budget question?
Do you know what a rivet is? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, one mic. Uchi, I hear what you're saying, bro, right? But ain't no way
Gucci is crazy.
Ain't no way you trying to make that comparison to ask Uni, do you know this and that? Bruh, if you're an engineer working in that field, if they leave print, you should be able to mimic or remake whatever they left.
Are you an engineer?
There's engineering.
Hey, listen. I used to do wood shop in high school, right? And they made bird houses and shit like that. They left us the measurements, and we made bird houses. I don't know. Like
You're a bird house engineer.
Why you say bird like that? I'm just saying.
You're a bird house engineer.
I'm just saying, like, acting like motherfuckers who work on fucking rocket ships and shit like that and left a blueprint, all of a sudden they can't figure it out. That's the excuse, bro? Like, we believe in that?
With 10 times the budget, and they can't go back.
Let me try to explain. Let me try to explain, right?
So they lost the blueprints, they lost the
Over decades.
Okay, wait. I want to add. I just want to add something that. Okay, you guys can keep talking about the budget, but from what I'm looking at with what NASA said about this and why we haven't gone back, it's also like a shift in the direct. This is what they said. There's a shift in the direction that they themselves wanted to go. Right. So NASA ended the Apollo Luna flights after Apollo 17, even though the moon remained of scientific interest, as the political and programmatic emphasis shifted to other space objectives, right? So basically, to say they wasn't focusing on that no more. Like they were kind of just saying, yeah, after that big mission, like we was kind of focused on stuff more closer to Earth's orbit, from what I'm reading, and that's what NASA themselves said. So it's not just the budget or just it's a plethora of factors.
Which is what I also said, and I posted in the chat graph of the budget cuts. It peaked in the late 1960s, and then it fell in the 1970s. So, and it's very clear that budget cuts. Which obviously, it's not just that, like you said. There's other, like, they didn't really have a reason to go back. They didn't. It was the whole race to space thing that probably, got them
amped it up.
Money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like the truth is boring. I'm sorry, y'all. That's the reason.
The reason why we went to the moon was one factor: Russia. When Russia had sent Sputnik up, and then eventually send actually the first black person, so-called black person, up into space was actually in Russia. I think he was an Afro-Russian or Afro-Cuban or something like that. He went up into space, and that's what terrified the United States of America. And so they began huge funding on a project to go to the moon. At first, it was classified. So once Russia no longer showed interest in going to the moon and exploring the moon, America then just turned away and they went another direction, which is the more focus on satellites and things like that. And then the space station and things like that, immediate things. But, because Russia didn't show an interest anymore. Now that China wants to go to the moon now, oh, baby, you see the ramped up, right? You see now we're going back to the moon. Now we're going to Mars. And that's due to China. That's the only factor.
They about to colonize.
Do we have any Mexicans on stage?
Well, they not Mexican. China. I mean, they not.
Hey, so all right, so real quick, just so we get some new voices. Lisa, you there? You there, Lisa?
My baby. Yeah, I'm here. Hi guys.
Yeah, what's up? What's the word? How you feeling?
Oh shit, what up, Lisa? Happy New Year. Yeah, right.
Hey,
yes, a motherfucker in the chat. Bring your real biggest hitter.
Yes, I was listening for a little while. The man speaking had a picture of Victor Glover, who's set to launch February 16, 2026 at a Kennedy Space Center for the moon mission. So I used to work on the RS-68 rocket engine that goes for the Orion capsule that's set to go to the moon. And they started the exploration flight test back in December 2014. But if you look at the names of these engines and these rockets, they have a very big meaning, and it goes with things that people don't even really pay attention to. For instance, like Elon Musk had the Falcon 9 rocket. If you look at 9 Ether Horus, the Eye of Horus, and the Falcon and what he represents, it's all Kemetic, right? When you talk about like Blue Origin, I mean, I could stop. It's all good.
No, please continue. Ignore.
Yeah, go ahead.
So like, there's a lot of names after things that it says a lot. For instance, when I just said something about the Orion capsule, when you look at when Orion is closest to Earth and the launch window date that they have with February 2026, they're leaving the year of the snake and going into the fire horse, which goes with the hunter constellation. There's a little hunter, so when you look in the constellational gateway, it goes with M42. Like you can look all of this up. So they still have to abide by the actual stargates in the constellations of where they sit in proximity to the launch windows. And a lot of people don't study astronomy or astrology or even go into Cometicism to really find out like the locations, even the geolocations of different parts of the world and the star energies that are connected, or the star gateways that are connected to those areas of landmass or sea. And it's very important. So I just came from a conference. You can look it up. It's a Space Commercial Week, spacecom.com. And they had the global talked about, like, establishing spaceports all over the world so that they can access launch gateways and put things in different orbital paths. And so, like, it's very hard to put something up in orbit and then move it around. So when it comes to going back to the moon, that Nibiru, when they talk about the Nibiru coming back every 60 years, the last time a Nibiru was in appearance was in 1972. So somehow the approximation of that star system and the moon has a lot to do with the solar and lunar gateway to be able to even get this. Why it's been exactly quote unquote 60 years from the last time that they were able to launch to go to the moon. It has something to do with the constellational gateway and positioning. I just don't know if people really pay attention to that. And then when it comes to quote unquote spacesuits and things like that, the amount of radiation that you experience on the moon, there is no spacesuit to accommodate that in itself. So to justify why you're sending somebody back to the moon to literally get radioactively fried is a whole thing in itself. So we pay more attention to like lunar robotics and stuff like that more than sending actual vessels. But February 16th, there's a crew, which is why I said in the chat, like, who's the guy with the picture of Victor Glover on his PTR, because he's literally a part of the flight crew. And it's crazy because I was actually invited by someone from NASA to go to the Kennedy Space Center to support the launch in 2-3 weeks. But yeah, it gets really cool when you get into Cometicism and learning about like Hathor and Isis and Osiris and why they call rockets certain names, and then look at the gateways. That's when you really start opening up and looking at cross correlations and stuff with astrology and astronomy. So that's all I gotta say. Have a good night, guys.
Sundata, bro. I know, bro. I know. Sundata.
What happened to the cookie man?
Bro. Hey, Zeph.
Nigga, this
Sundata,
shit, I'm blown.
He ain't never gonna have no problems. Hey, Sundata ain't never gonna have no in this lifetime, bro. I know it, bro.
No, I'm dragging him for that because he failed again.
Yo,
I'm dragging him for that.
You know what I'm saying.
All right, y'all. This is.
I'm dragging him for that.
Yeah.
All he needed to do was.
Yo, hey.
Nah, girl.
I will never. It's okay. I will never ask for his help ever again.
Where Coochie Man go?
Sandata will never lose. You understand?
That's my girl, Lisa. You go, girl. You and your girl.
As long as they exist, Sandata will always win. You feel me?
Black women?
Nah, you know what I'm talking about. Zeph know what I'm talking about.
Hey, man, shout out to Lisa, man. Shout out to Lisa, man.
My
We miss you, Lisa.
She came in with the real data, unlike Coochie Man.
Wait,
like
so,
why are they calling her Sandata? What does that word mean?
Nothing. Calm down. So y'all have anything to say to her?
Who? Coochie Man?
No, Landstronaut.
No, do you have anything to say to Landstronaut?
She gracefully bowed out.
We know her gospel.
Where is Sandata?
Hey, Landstronaut, are you right now like a scientist?
You didn't just hear what she said? You was slow?
I heard she said she was an astronaut, but I'm saying, is she like a certified scientist?
I mean, she's getting a PhD. I guess she would be a scientist.
Yeah, no, she's legit.
She goes to those NASA meetings. She's done worked on rockets. I thought that was the requirements of this conversation.
Wait, so she about to get ready to go to space?
It actually was not a requirement.
Wait, she not getting ready to go to space?
No, I think she said she was invited to watch.
And she helped build a rocket. Remember that part? Like,
I don't think she's trying to debate, by the way, because she was like, all right, I said what I said. So I don't know if you guys have a question, maybe you could like talk, ask her about it.
And she gave both sides. Like it wasn't like it was one link, but like I don't know.
Yeah, like she's actually like you might actually learn something about.
We only got here because somebody said they was bringing an expert in the room. We moved on to something else.
I was told I can't speak because I'm not an expert, so I pinged one.
And
Sandata will never, ever lose. That's all I know. He will always.
MJ, what are you talking about, bro?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
I guess it's crazy for somebody of her nature to be a conspiracy theorist, right? She's done her time. She's really helping, and she knows what it is. But it's up to you to believe everything that you want to believe in. We're just saying that don't try to think that we all are just crazy people because we all come from different backgrounds with different knowledge. This is something we've been doing for a while now. So,
as long as Landstronaut lives and the women like Landstronaut live and prosper, Sandata will never.
You gonna take her out? Are you gonna fly her out too?
No, brother. It's an inside joke, and you're on the outside.
Oh, well, over my head.
You getting sleepy?
Well, that was a good chat. I'm going to the book club. I hope you guys join.
Nah, it's over.
But yeah, so that's what I'm about to be going to. Y'all have a...
Oh, damn. You're not going there. It's over. Oh, man. She ain't listening. I have to come back and be hurt.
Sheesh. Yeah, shorty levels crazy.
Wait, what I missed?
Never mind. The book club is over.
Who did that?
I tried to tell. Oh, listen.
Smurf literally told y'all.
That's crazy. I got to bring it up. I'm tired of it.
That was weird.
Matter of fact, how many people are here right now?
Wait, they could have been talking, guys. What are you guys talking about?
No, they quiet because
that shit's crazy.
Let Lisa go.
He cleared them.
I'm not gonna run Lisa off.
Lisa, she cleared the stage with her knowledge, and we appreciate it. And she said, "I'm done with y'all."
With her qualifications, yeah, she literally cleared the stage.
What y'all not gonna do is disrespect Lisa, okay?
No, everybody was showing Lisa love. Nobody.
Yeah, nobody was disrespecting her.
You the one be hating on Lisa.
Lisa, come to Good Book Club.
You the main one hating on Lisa, though.
Okay. Because she hasn't even been here in a while. And she's literally here to share her knowledge on the topic. That's why people want her here. Y'all do her like RJ, and then she come, and then once they start explaining, then people act funny. So y'all,
That was Susie. Shout out to Susie. She got her in.
Yeah, shout out to Susie. Because otherwise, I don't even think Lisa wants to come back here anymore because of y'all. Or she's just busy. But for real, I don't know if I missed what she said.
No, it was long.
But I don't know if she was.
Damn,
I don't know.
I know that argument was.
The one Michael accused Jesus.
I'm like,
Jesus.
I can't wait to calm these out.
I'm done. But keep going, guys. I don't know.
Natural pattern of hair.
Shout to Susie. See, I told y'all, I'm looking for a Susie in my life. Yeah, she be clearing it up, okay? She be making sure the real motherfuckers need to be in the real spaces. I fuck with that.
So you don't break the hair off.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so how did it go? Did you convert the lady?
Oh yeah, it was. We had an altar call. It was an altar call. I think she declined the brother.
Water.
There's no credit to Lisa being the beautiful Lisa and showing up when she's got to show up. So I appreciate you, Lisa. Thank you for being here. And I love the fact that the whole conversation just got shut down after one open mic, Lisa.
You know that.
Wait, so did she finish? Lisa, are you there? Did you finish?
Yeah, she said she done talking to y'all. She said.
What did y'all do to Lisa? Because she came in and chilled.
Nobody did nothing to Lisa, bro. Yeah, she came in and dropped
God, it's the way State is wording it. Lisa was given full respect. She talked and said what she had to say, and she said, "All right, and I'm done, y'all."
I said that too. I said,
that's it. No, you said she said she was done talking to y'all. So now they thinking that something happened. Nothing happened, Lisa.
That was me. I'm just making sure because I happened in here before, so I'm just making sure. She was talking when I left, and then I was just making sure. It's cool.
Right? Like, why y'all so dead now? Y'all was just yelling at each other.
Ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all.
Who wanted to talk about that left?
Let me ask y'all a
qualified person in here, and they couldn't hold up their persona no more, so they didn't.
Well, let me ask you a question, y'all. What do y'all think about the ex head of Israel's space program? He was the head of Israel's space program for 40 years, right? And so he said in an interview a few years ago, like 3 years ago, he said that America and Israel are, there's a secret base on Mars. This is what he said. This is documented, y'all. There's a secret base on Mars. And in this secret base on Mars, they're teaching American representatives and Israeli representatives about the true nature of space and what space really is, and that there is a galactic government. It was what they called it. And that this galactic government is teaching Israel and America and preparing them, because they're the most advanced countries on planet Earth. They're essentially teaching them, what space is and, all that stuff. What do y'all think about that?
That's what the conversation is about.
I didn't think you could talk about anything other than slavery and FBI. I'm happy to see that you have range.
And all this bullshit.
There's a space force, man.
Yeah.
Oh, nah. We're about to be the black people about to go up on a slave ship. Keep talking.
Please, no.
And then shortly after that, and remember, Donald Trump in his first election out of nowhere was like, I'm going to establish a space force, only to find out that other presidents had attempted to do it, but they couldn't get funding for it. But he was able to get funding for it. And it had been in the works for years. So what's going on? He made it sound like he did it and he thought of it, but then I did research and found out that The Pentagon has been secretly working on this for decades. A space.
So are you surprised being
very
able to
interesting.
the Space Force?
And if you research Space Force, yeah, they talking about discovering space and one day humans moving to space. But there's always there's this underline of defense. Like, and it's not against other humans. It's like we gotta defend our space. We gotta have perimeters around to defend our space. And I'm like, uh-oh.
What she eat?
Is that what that really means, though?
I mean, they talking about our sector, which is not Earth. It's outside of Earth. It's like Mars and all the they're talking about, like Star Trek, essentially. They want to defend around our sector.
It's to protect our interests in space, not no aliens, right? Maybe we're sector.
When that shit came out.
That's not just Earth. That's every planet within our sector that we haven't even discovered yet.
Worse than that. It's got a different things to it.
They just do space operations, man. They're not fighting aliens, bro.
I don't know. I didn't say they was fighting aliens, but I'm saying, what do they want to protect our sector for? What the hell? It ain't China. Nobody on planet Earth is a threat to our sector. We're all on Earth. We're all humans. So why do they need to protect Earth? I mean, our planetary sector. I'm sorry. Our what do they say?
Maybe we're all not.
Our galactic sector. Why do they need to protect our galactic sector?
From FBA.
Baby, that ain't got to worry about that because we're going to be on another planet in a bit.
A galactic sector, that shit sounds science fiction, man.
It's from Star Trek.
Right, so what the fuck are we talking about?
They use those terms. Most scientists were inspired by Star Trek. So most scientists grew up in America watching and went into the sciences because of Star Trek. So that's just the reality.
Hey, yo, didn't JFK give a speech talking about the information he found that the government was hiding from the American people when it came to space and all these extraterrestrials and shit? I'm the only one that remembers.
I bet Trump remembers.
Are you not due a serious disclosure in the summer by your president in sometime around June or something? Are you not supposed to be getting some real high-level information that comes directly from the top down to you guys? And I don't know if you're aware, but the Financial Times, which I thought was a reputable economic publication, actually had on the front pages that the disclosure is going to collapse the economies, particularly the GDP, which I find amusing because economies are commodity-based. Unless they're going to tie some kind of commodity to this disclosure, I can't understand how it's going to collapse the economy. The so-called disclosure.
Are y'all getting the Trump account for children?
Well, it's all over the mainstream press, right? This disclosure that's coming down the pipeline from your...
What's the disclosure? That the blacks are the aliens? Oh, you saying we from Mars, right? That's what they were saying.
Not the point, really. But...
Niggas from Mars.
In science, we have things called the dark forest, the Fermi paradox. We also have what they call the theater paradox, right? Where essentially in science they say that maybe if there is other extraterrestrial life, those extraterrestrial lives don't make themselves known to us as a whole because we're too primitive to come in contact with. But essentially, they're watching us, and they've been watching us for millennia, or maybe even for millennia. They've been watching us for tens of millennia or hundreds of millennia watching us evolve. And that essentially they just watch us and study us, right? And they study other planets of evolution and see how those planets evolve. And if one day species will join them.
That's fiction.
So, no, bro, this is actually in science. It's not fic, brother. It's actually in science. This is literally an astrophysicist had these conversations and came up with these things. It's not pseudo. It's not pseudo. You can Google.
That's a fact. Hey, look. So even to what you just said, right? So I made a statement earlier, because we dive into the whole moon situation, moon landing, real fake, whatever the case is. When I was going through it, years ago, I was focused on just like history, like who spoke about it, and what we find is there's a lot of cultures. Because like I said, if people believe in the Sumerian tablets and all this shit, there's cultures that call the moon, that we call the moon, the new egg. The new egg, which means that to them, this popped up in the sky. Just one day, they just saw the moon in the fucking sky.
That does not mean that, bro. That's what you think it means.
Hold on. Hey, cause God, bro, you be trolling me funny sometimes.
But how does that mean that, though?
Trolling all of this.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So according to them, right? And I'm gonna drop
they
this.
They ain't say that though.
Nah, that's exactly what they said. So I'm gonna drop these links in the chat, right? And according to them, like this is something that they saw, like what we see as the moon every day that's normal to us was not normal to them, and it was never there and it never existed.
So they said the moon just appeared one day. That's what they said.
Yeah, that's what they said, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this link in the chat.
This nigga tripping. He lost his mind.
Dude, you're so annoying.
The new egg. Like, how you get out of there?
Thinking.
You're so annoying. You don't treat those Duke University students like this.
I would never. You?
It'd be your own people. See? It'd be your own people. Let's reopen with this moon landing fake, some conspiracies. Yeah, let's get back to some conspiracies. We're taking a break for some politics and Trump and da-da-da. Let's reopen with this. We're just going to transfer over. Fresh new start. This room is stale. It's been open all day. Everybody named Mama getting modded. I know. And the moon landing, all that stuff. Hold on.
Not everybody and their mama. It's two of us, three of us. Yeah, this was a good today. I'm not gonna lie. We covered on some stuff that we don't usually cover on. So let's keep it.
Let's go.
Link in the chat.
Link.
Let's go.
Oh, now it's up top. I like this title. I kind of like that cosmic expert. But yeah, because I don't think I really. Anyway, I'll take that in the room. I got some questions, but no. Hey guys. So basically, I don't know. Do you guys think, Chop? My thing is, how do you come in so fast and then go down so fast? Let me check this thing.
Hey yo.
Oh my gosh. Pause.
I know everything. Pause.
Oh, I see what you did. That's a simple fix. All I need to do is Get me what you do. Yeah, you're back. Anyway, yeah. So flat Earth. How is the Earth flat? And then how do we also have space and then NASA and then it's like underwater and then the moon landing was fake, but then all these other things are going on. And then what's the cosmic egg? And then why keep up all these lies? Like after all this time, conspiracies are mainstream now. So people know the, I don't want to say the cat because the cat shouldn't have been in the bag, but the food is out of the bag. Like we know what's going on at this point. So the fact that the lies keep going on, and then what's the point? Did we ever get down to the bottom of it? Like, what is the point of like keeping up all these lies? Is it because, oh, there's the inner earth or something? They don't want us to know more resources, or like there's more land out there? Like, is it just control? Like, why keep up this big old lie? And then I wanted to hear that what State said again. You said something. I know you mentioned that other president. That was something. But then also just now you said something, and I wanted you to like say that again because I wasn't really listening. You said something about, what was it?
What, just now on the last one?
Yeah, last one. Well, right now you said Ayo pause. I was talking about the last one.
Damn, yeah, I forgot that quick.
Something egg.
Oh yeah. The new egg, right? So there's a lot of coaches. All right, so cool. Yeah, that's what I need to drop in the chat. That when they talk about the moon, like of course, us, like the moon been here. Is it's just what it is, a part of our life. But there's coaches that call the moon the new egg, and because they saw it for the first time and it appeared out of nowhere. So I'm gonna grab those real quick, just so I can drop those in the chat. But like I was also talking about that because as we're talking about the moon landing and did we really go to the moon, A, B, and C, I feel like that's one part of the conversation, but then it leads us into another part, like, okay, what the fuck really is this shit? Like, what the fuck is the moon for?
Exactly. And that's the other thing, like when we really talk about this whole this part of the conspiracy stuff too, because that's another talking point. And I know Chop, I know maybe he just speak through the chat. But yeah, like you said, so many cultures depict the earth being flat as well, but also space and aliens and things like that. So like so many cultures. But I don't know about the egg thing. I don't think I've ever heard that reference. I don't want to say ever, but
they call the moon in Samaria sin. So I don't know where you stay. So I ain't challenging you. I'm just.
No, I got you. I'm driving. We talked about this. Yeah, I got you. I'm like.
But you knew they call it sin, right?
No, when you say they though, I'm trying to speak about the people that I'm. Hold on a second. Yeah, so I forget exactly who it was. Like I got this on my desktop. Like I remember. But as soon as I get there, and when we say they, it was a specific group of people, and this is literally a thing within that culture where they talk about the moon. They call it the new egg because they've never seen it before.
I just knew my bad, Quan.
No, I came off late. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say real quick to state, like I didn't hear that part. I knew the word because I had my own theory with sin and nana. Because Sumerians, that's why I was like, I never heard. I'm not gonna say that it ain't real or possible, but I always knew that the Sumerians had names, had a name for the phases of the moon, and they also believed that the moon is not feminine. They called the moon masculine, and the moon was called sin, or also Nana.
Nana is crazy. Do you have an explanation on Nana? Like, do you
Nana is when the moon is waxing and waning. They call it Nana.
That's what they call grandparents.
That's what I always thought like interesting. Like they call your grandma like Nana, but they said the moon. I'm getting water, so sparkling water. The moon was a masculine deity and not a feminine deity like the current how we have it currently.
Deity. I've heard like, and then they try to say that the cults or the elites, like they try to they try to bring in like masculinity, like that's really what they do. Why they try to put the public on femininity, they really try to hone in masculinity, and then it's like you see that they wait at night to do certain shit when the moon is out. kind of makes some sense to me.
But what? Okay, so you're talking about they said, oh, the moon, something. They call it the egg because they never seen it before. Something. So the moon wasn't always there. I'm confused. Where did it come from? Because I know there are theories that the moon there's like a slave planet. Oh, here we go, slavery. But not that type, but different type. I guess it's still slavery. But they, the theory that the moon is like that, and then it's like that is I don't know, a workshop, like a big thing for aliens. Like I don't know. There's a lot of things. But my thing is, was there life before the moon? And then what was it before? And then also, which one's stronger, moon worship or sun worship? But anyway, but yeah.
Honey, don't worry about that. Just get some money, man.
Wait, but no. Oh, so are they saying that the sun? Is they saying the sun's feminine?
No, I think the moon. I don't know. Where's Mel?
Well, in Samaria, I would have to look up. I looked up. I believe. I don't know if it was. I know it sounds crazy. I believe the sun is feminine, but I think people have a relationship with the sun and the moon that's different, because I believe the sun is actually feminine and not masculine. I believe if the sun was masculine, we would be all burnt up and be dead. That's just my belief, but
I don't know. I think it comes from. Well, okay, if we like the Numa Elish, when we read that, it kind of alluded to the same thing of, not so much that Tiamat was the moon, but Apsu was the sun, and he was masculine. That was the mother, and she was the mother, but she was more of the void. And I don't know. I guess that, but see, I don't know how we compare the moon to that, but I've always thought of the moon as being the feminine and the sun as being the masculine.
that's what we were taught, Miss Blood. Like when you go to the Sumerian or certain other cultures, they consider the moon masculine, and they do the opposite. And if you look at certain plants like nightshades, or there are certain plants that need the moonlight or the moon energy, and in the shade that the moon gets the air is actually warmer in the shade than it is for the sun, because when we're in the shade and the sun is cooler, but the moon does totally opposite. So I don't know. I've always tried to understand why people believe that the moon wasn't there before. I'm not questioning or challenging anybody. I just find it interesting that they said that the moon just showed up one day.
Actually, they said I was incorrect, and they might be right, because I could be thinking of Zachariah Sitchin's version. So maybe because I don't know why I always think of Apsu as the sun, but yeah. And Tiamat was the earth. Well, she was.
Yeah, that's how I was like. I thought Tiamat was earth.
Well, that's the problem. We read the Enuma Elish, and so the Enuma Elish tells a different story, but Zachariah Sitchin, his story is the one that's more it's told, and so in his story, I guess it would be more spirit science, because they have this whole cartoon, but within that story they're doing Zachariah Sitchin's version, and so what they do is they have all of them as planets. So, but also as deities. So they kind of like make it seem like Apsu is the sun, Tiamat was the earth, and when that, they had that fight, it broke off into, a bunch of pieces, and so what was left became earth, because, Tiamat, it was bigger. So what is the earth we know? What was left was the earth we know. So it was a whole thing. You have to go into that version of the story, but the Enuma Elish says something different. So he just kind of added extras to it, so it may not be accurate. So what O is saying might be accurate, because we kind of have been just told that the sun would be masculine and the moon would be feminine. And they even did it with, isn't it Egyptian? What is it? Isis? Isn't she more associated with the moon, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
And it's a feminine energy. So, I mean, I feel like it's been out throughout history that we've been told that. So, I don't know.
Isn't that how she was able to get pregnant through, like, the moon's energy or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at, like,
the official science, saying that the moon receives the sun's energy and kind of reflects it. I mean, that could kind of be like, the yin and yang, the negative side, the receiving, which is associated with female. But,
And that's why the whole so Tiamat being, that's why that made sense to me in that story, because she's feminine and she was more of a void or chaos. Like, it was like this chaos energy. I always forget exactly how they put it, but whenever I think of it, I remember her more like the void, right? She was just like this void, and it was just chaos, and there was nothing, like nothing was. So, and then Apsu, I can't remember now, because I constantly think of him as the sun for some reason. I forgot how it was told, but what is the masculine energy? I mean, I don't know. Do you remember, Dorisha?
Wait, what was the question? My ass was doing something.
Apsu.
What about
him? So Tiamat was like the void, right? And what was Apsu? Apsu was what?
I forgot.
Damn, that's crazy. So did I. We just forgot about the man. Wait, okay, Chop is telling us in the because he won't come up and speak. Let me see. I'm looking. I see.
He was the deity of fresh water.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, so that would make sense, right? The waters, like, sperm, man, it goes into the sea. I don't know.
So she's the earth, she's the lands, and he covers up.
Okay, got it. That makes sense.
All right, so I'm gonna read this real quick, and I ain't done driving. I'm using my text to speech, right? So the person I was thinking about, this is Emmanuel Valinsky. So it says Valinsky was a philosopher. In books like Worlds and Collision, he argued that myths, stories where the moon is placed in the sky, cultures emphasizing the sun more than the moon. So I got the name, and I'm about to pull up in a second. But yeah, so that's his name. Let me go back to it. Emmanuel Valinsky. But yeah, I'm about to drop that in the chat. Is this a new room on stage? Nah, I think somebody kicked you or something. You back though, it's all good.
he could just be lying with a straight face.
Right through his teeth.
Man, what lie I told, man? Y'all crazy, bro. But yeah, the satellite conversation, I definitely agree with that. 100% for sure. And then this shit just being like fixed the way it is, like what the fuck is really on the opposite side of the moon? Like what's really over there? And then of course we can get into the conversation of, when we did, and I said this in the last room too, right? So I'm more so on the side of, okay, certain things didn't happen. But if I was to say it did happen, this is what I would say. When we look at these astronauts that came back from the quote unquote moon landing, they look terrified. They look scared as a bitch. They look like, they just seen some shit. So I feel like we got two moon landings in this case. We have the moon landing that was filmed, and we have the real moon landing where they actually went to the fucking moon, fucked around and found out, and them boys came back shook. And then also, let's talk about the time period of technology advancement. Let's look at how fast technology advanced from the time that we came back from the moon. It's another thing I be trying to focus on. that time frame and the advancement, like, yeah, that shit kind of.
Yeah, we was just talking about Stanley Kubrick. Like, he literally made The Shining. He literally made Eyes Wide Shut. They literally killed him. He literally admitted that shit wasn't real. I mean, I don't know, man. He was really like a genius for real. And they really stole that shit from him. It's really sad how it is. Like, I really truly believe that these directors, they like know sociology. Like, they know exactly what people need to see.
What if the moon is like not even like something that's physical and it's something that's hollow?
That's what they say. They say when they quote unquote, when they told us when they landed, they gave a ringing noise, which would insinuate that it's something hollow they landed on. They said they were wrong.
Well, I mean, like so, you know, there's all these whistleblowers who swear that there's a whole, there's a whole, well, yeah, that it's not even that there's a machine. They're like inside the moon is a whole base, and like basically they're saying that, you know,